Good morning, everyone. Coming at you from the San Antonio Zoo. In this video here, I'm the legend. I'm going to show you around the San Antonio Zoo, all the animals and exhibits that can be found here. Let's go check out the zoo. Let's kick off our tour of the zoo at the Africa Live exhibit, which I guess is in this big, cool-looking stone building here, complete with waterfall. Africa Live starts off with the hippos, and there's two hippos in here, one much larger than the other one. It's kind of interesting, it's a hippo and their grandma. But it's a sleepy hippo. Hippos pretty much sleep all day. These guys are cool, they're dwarf crocodiles. Also wanted to throw out there, when you walk into the Africa Live exhibit, you get to see, there's a whole bunch of, if you walk in, the hippo's going to be on your left, and then on your right is going to be a whole bunch of smaller reptile and amphibian exhibits. Some really cool design in this exhibit as you exit the indoor area where the hippopotamus is, and then you come in and boom, you didn't know it, but you're in an aviary with birds and stuff. And then it's not only birds in here too, they have a couple different types of monkey species. Cool thing about aviaries, the birds can just wander along the path if they want to. The next animal you see on the Africa Live is the okapi. Its giant tongue. These furry little guys are dwarf mongooses. They've got a bunch of them. These guys are very active African wild dogs. They're running right up next to us.
It's African wild dog.
Look at them playing.
Yeah.
A couple of big old elephants. 3 to be exact. Pretty far away from the people. Again, I like this exhibit with the big rock wall in the back. You know, an acceptable amount of room for elephants. Not an overly large. Some zoos have a ridiculously massive elephant enclosures. This one probably not one of the bigger ones, but not terrible either. I like how they're swaying in unison. It's kind of mesmerizing. Giraffes have a really nice section here. We've got about 3 of them out in this field area. I like they have another decent sized exhibit here. They got a pool that I guess they can't really go in there. They're giraffes. I guess they can lie down in there. And then I love, again, how it's using that big rock wall on the outside. I also like exhibits like this where you sort of just get to see eye to eye with the giraffe, as it really gives you a different perspective than most zoos. Here, getting their pen cleaned up are the addicts. I like the one that's investigating the wheelbarrow. This is an absolutely beautiful white rhino, guys. It's very large. You know, it's got like the perfect horn look. Very pretty animal. Also very big. That is a big rhinoceros. Sleepy over there in the shade are some cheetahs. Really pretty animals. Cheetahs actually have a very nice exhibit built on a large hill, complete with a very nice running waterfall. I guess not a whole lot of flat land for them to run around if they wanted to run around, but at least they got a waterfall. So you know this stork must really like people if it has this big enclosure, but it's hanging out right here. Right. Oh my. Yep. Definitely likes people as he's posing. Just did that for the YouTube. In the very back of Africa Live is this Treetops Lookout. You get sort of an okay view of everything, not a great view of anything in particular, but it's kind of a cool vantage point. Nice place to drink the rest of my beer. Here we got a giant anteater doing what giant anteaters do. Eating ants. And then we got another one taking a bath. Oh, look how cool you are. The giant anteaters are pretty awesome animals. A couple of porcupines here.
I'm going to put a color over here.
Interesting that they're deciding to sort of dig and hide, and they have a really big place to hang out. But they're doing so right next to the people. Doing what they do best, sleeping is the lions. The zoo I saw on a sign is actually home to 5 different lions. Today that's the view we're going to get of a lion. Very pretty sleeping Sumatran tiger over here. And I credit to the San Antonio Zoo. Look at how much room that these tigers have. It's a massive, massive area for tigers. One of the biggest tiger exhibits I've seen in any zoo, really. The zoo is a small Australian exhibit, as it's one exhibit big, home to not too many. I think I see 2 kangaroos, and then over there is an emu. Like many zoos, they have a lower keep area where you can feed the birds. $2, not bad. A couple of big-time alligators. This adorable fellow here is a speckled bear. And I always remember speckled bear because it's the same type of bear that Paddington is in the Fantastic Paddington film franchise. If you haven't seen Paddington 2, one of the best movies I've seen in a very long time. And the bear does have kind of a nice habitat here. A decent sized area to wander around, a little pool, some stuff to play on. I like how it's set against this big kind of rock wall thing. Not the easiest guy to find, but hiding behind the rock is a Komodo dragon. Very interesting to see the zoo's home to 2 Komodo dragons. I go to a lot of zoos and most zoos only have 1. This guy's in a separate indoor enclosure. One of my favorite animals at any zoo, the otter, and they have a tiny otter here. I'm guessing this is an Asian small clawed otter. I don't see the signs around, but he's cute. So the otters share an exhibit with the gibbons. And there's a little gibbon. And obviously with them being gibbons, they have plenty of room to go swing around and that kind of, oh man. Yeah, look at that guy go. Lots of room for the gibbons to play, not a ton of room for the otters to play. But look at the little guy. Behind this very well done rock work and waterfall facade is the absolutely adorable Cats the World exhibit. Before you get in, there's a macaw. This adorable little guy is a fishing cat. This guy here with a very long tail is a fossa, spelled F-O-S-S-A. Another animal you don't see a lot of zoos, a northern tree shrew. The black-footed cat is just adorable. I want to take him home. Well, I shouldn't, because he's a little cat with a big attitude. Hanging out up top in the corner is a caracal. I love the ears on these guys. Up next is the clouded leopard. Plenty of things for him to jump and climb on. Got some prairie dogs over here. Looks like there's a tunnel for kids to climb into so they could get up close and personal. But prairie dog happened to be over there. No. A couple of very interestingly colored turtles in this exhibit. The turtles have a nice waterfall to play in. For a couple of bucks, you can ride the carousel. I think it's $3. But I love carousels like this that have all the different creatures. You ride a manatee, or a turtle, or a sea turtle. You could sit in a bird's nest, tubs of fun, a seahorse, an otter. Great selection of animals. Very nice big area for birds over here. Everything from tons and tons of flamingos to over there, one of my favorite birds, the African crowned crane. Saw a couple of big like pelicans or storks around here as well, but it's a very large area for these birds to hang out in. The zoo has a reptile house, which is nice because it's air conditioned. A lot of smaller exhibits. It's the kind of thing where if there's nobody here, this is a fun time. If there's a lot of people here, it's a miserable time. But look, it's a little tiny turtle.
Oh, look at that snake. Santa Catalina Island rattlesnake.
I do like turtles. I get to go to a lot of zoos, but I'm not sure I've ever seen these guys before. Tomosi tomas? Like a small crocodile lizard thing. You've got a pretty large size aviary here that you could walk into for the birds of Amazonia. Totally? Totally is kind of a small indoor exhibit dedicated to frogs and toads. This guy being my favorite. The Savannah submarine toad. I know I mispronounced that, but watching it swim around is really cool. So I'm in another aviary here, but what I wanted to show you off is what's happening behind me. Check these guys out. They're building like a little nest on the handrail. First of all, they're really cool. I think these are zebra doves. But look at them build a nest right there. That's so cool. Love this. They've got some vintage Mold-A-Rama machines. Love these things. As somebody that lives in Florida, Sandhill Cranes are really not the most interesting animal to see at the zoo, as I could see them pretty much on my drive every day. But right next door to them is a really nice area. Koi ponds, swans, turtles. The Hickson Birdhouse feels like it's probably one of the older exhibits at the zoo, but it's pretty nice and it's air conditioned, so that's a plus. As it's 1,000,000 degrees here in Texas, so you can definitely hang out here in the birdhouse for quite a while. But it's not very big, so I mean, quite a while would probably be 5 to 10 minutes. I mean, come on, did you really expect the zoo here in Texas not to have a bald eagle? Near the front of the zoo is a small indoor aquarium area, complete with an alligator snapping turtle, and a couple other small aquarium type exhibits. So the big promotional item at the zoo this summer is Dinosaurs and Zoorassic Park. So they've got animatronic dinosaurs scattered all over the park. In this clip here, we're going to show you off all the different ones in the zoo, starting with here, the Mohoceratops.
Bye-bye.
Orannosaurus. Ah, they have T-Rex. They have a T-Rex. Big guy, too. Very, very large Dinobot. Right next to a Triceratops. Up on the rocks up there is the Amargasaurus. Dilophosaurus. Got the big giant weapony tail. Another interesting part of the dinosaur summer is this personal mixed suit experience. This one's a Spinosaurus.
Alright, I'll go park it.
This long neck fellow is the Omiosaurus. I like this guy too, as he sort of hangs over the midway here. This guy, well, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's name. It's that. Yeah, watching at home, you try and say that. Dontron-onsaurus. Pretty good movement on this guy. This guy here is the Parasaurolophus, but it's interesting. So you have these things so you can make him move. So let's say we're going to move his neck. But he could only do one movement at once. So he could either like bob his head or roar or that kind of thing. Or he could do his little disco dance with his arms. Ah, look at that. I just did that by pushing that button. Also, he's sponsored by BurgerFi. Well, this one's quite a bit different. This giant bird-like guy, the Quattuslaxus, I don't even know. It's that. That's what its name is. But it's a giant pterodactyl-type bird dinosaur. Huge, too. I mean, this guy's got to be a good 20 feet tall. I'd like to see some variety here with the dinosaur, so that's cool. Carnotaurus. Not our dino. Last but not least, the littlest dinosaur at the zoo, the Dilophosaurus. Look at my watch, see what time it is. Well, it's 11:30 in the morning, which means about beer 30 for me. In the middle of the Africa Live section, there's a Long Necks Bar and Grill. They've only got 2 beers on draft. I'm with the, I don't even know what it is. I'll splice that in here. Freetail. I'm currently drinking a Freetail. Also, it runs about $7.50 for a beer. And Bud Light was the other one. And then they had some really fun looking snacks, like a cheesy bacon hot dog and pulled pork fries. They got a seating area right here so you can hang out, drink a beer, watch some giraffes. I swear there's giraffes here. There he is. He just blends in with the rocks. So cool place to relax and have a beer. They also have frozen margaritas, which is nice in the heat. And that will do it for my time here at the San Antonio Zoo. Some good, some bad. My favorite part's definitely the Africa Live exhibit's very nice, very well done. Very much in a zoo that kind of feels a little bit on the older side. It's very, very modern, and I like that. I really like the Small Cats of the World exhibit. A decent exhibit, and it had some of my favorite animals. I love the like smaller mammals are sort of tend to be some of my favorite animals at the zoo. Also, other pluses, I really like their 2018 summer promotion with the dinosaurs. Thought that was well done. Zoo's also very inexpensive. I bought my ticket on Groupon for I think $13, and it's free to park your car. Not too much on the negative side here. I guess it does feel a little bit older. Would like to see some newer, larger, more modern exhibits, which I think they could use. I'm sure they're probably planning on doing so. But then again, that goes hand in hand with that. When admission's only $13, you know the zoo can only build that many more new exhibits. But overall, I'll give it a thumbs up. If you want to spend 2 hours checking out some animals, definitely worth your. I don't know, about $13 on Groupon. That's $17 at the gate, but it's the value here is pretty good. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Do mostly theme park stuffs on this channel, but I do check out most zoos when I go to travel. And we'll see you all next time.